Hey, Grand Rising, everyone. This is Artist of Truth, and welcome to another vlog entry. So, hopefully, your day is off to a great start. Mine is, you know, your joy and happiness belongs entirely up to you. Stop allowing undesirable individuals to take your sense of peace, your joy, and your happiness. You are entitled to that. That belongs to you. So practice protecting that. All right. So, uh, what I wanted to talk about today briefly, and I do mean briefly, um, is prenups. Um, I was checking my messages earlier this morning, and I came across an article with NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon. So apparently, Jeff Gordon is missing more than $30 million from his bank account because of his ex-wife. Uh, so it was stated that you know he had amassed an impressive a net worth that allowed him to set up a pediatric cancer foundation and even opened up a children's hospital. Um, just when you talk about NASCAR, you can't forget about Jeff Gordon. Um, I mean, yeah, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, I know a few of them. Um, yeah, I worked for Lowe's for uh, about 5 years. Yeah, I worked for Lowe's Home Improvement for like 5 years. That's trash. If you know someone working for Lowe's Home Improvement, that's trash. Um, they don't pay their employees well enough. Um, and then you got some managers there. They don't know how to manage and shit. So that business is like trash to me. But anyway, um, prenups. It seems like that is one of those things that's one of those topics. When you start talking about prenups, you tend to find more uh, more ladies who are entirely against that. They feel like we should be marrying for love and XYZ and all that good shit. But is it really love? You know, I don't know. I have to question that sometimes. But let's see. So true, because he had been, he's been on that track for a long time. Started racing at the age of 24, won the Daytona 500 3 times before he retired, amassed 93 victories during his legendary racing career. So he's pretty wealthy, successful guy. But of course, Brooke Shealy got a firsthand glimpse at Gordon's rise to fame and whatnot. So it was like less than a decade later, because they got married in like 93, 94. So it's the funny part. They got married. All right, they got married around that time. Yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to sneak on the game too. Sorry about that in the background, but anyway. So They got married in 93, 94. And it says shit, less than a decade later, his wife pulled a move that would result in a huge financial loss. Like shit, this chick went down to, like, in March of 2002. She filed for divorce papers in Palm Beach County. Uh, yeah, Palm Beach County, to the Orlando Sentinel. She claimed her marriage to Gordon was irretrievably broken as a result of the husband's maternal matrial misconduct. Now here's where the bullshit comes in. She reportedly saw alimony, two luxury cars, and the use of her soon-to-be ex-husband's private jet. She also wanted exclusive use of their $9 million oceanfront home in Highland Beach, Florida. ESPN. Sheely even wanted Gordon to pay for all housekeepers, the chef, and the maintenance bill on the couple's mansion. It's like shit. Sentinel reported that the papers his lawyers filed claimed to be worth 48.8 million. Wow. Obviously, he felt he deserved to hold on to his earnings given the risk he took on the racetrack, but his wife stunningly stated in one of her courtroom motions that NASCAR is relatively safe occupation. How that how does a female who doesn't drive on the racetrack doing well over 100 miles per hour claim that something a, a sport like that is safe? I tell you, boy, most females don't know what they're talking about unless you put them in that position. Then they'll probably run dead smack into a wall. But anyway, it's like ultimately Gordon failed to keep Sheely from doing serious damage to his bank account. Although most reports state that his divorce cost him 15.3 mil, Gordon suffered much bigger financial blow than that. Uh, it was double than that. Doesn't take a math whiz to figure that out. But as he approaches 50, he can celebrate having a net worth that makes 30 million $30 million loss seem like a drop in the bucket. His net worth is worth 200 mil, but anyway, that's that, right? So, what is my take on prenups? Do I believe in prenups? In this day and age, if you are not, if a female expects you to just uh, if she pressures you into marrying her, I wouldn't do it. Because I feel personally that is, that's a thing that if you're getting married, I feel, gosh, if you have worked so hard to gain your success, only you now, only you. If you work so hard to attain everything that you have, only for someone else to come in and be married to you, what, less than 10 years? And then they feel they are owed something as if they were there with you while you were building your empire. Personally, I don't buy that. I feel like any man or woman that has worked diligently and consistently sacrificed their time and their energy into creating a brand for themselves, if someone that comes along and wants to marry them or they want to marry them, then a prenup should be put in place. You know, I feel personally, whatever you came with is what you leave with. Don't come in talking about, oh, you want me to marry you, or you want to have my baby and all this. And then after less than 10 years or so later, you want to jump up and divorce, and then you want to take, if not half, all of what I have. And I feel personally, I feel there should be a cutoff. Build their empire. What in the hell makes you think that you are entitled to have or all of what they have? Like, I don't understand that. And the courts, and these courts are just full of shit. These courts are full of shit. I feel personally, if you jump up and you less than 10 years, less than 10 years, that means you already had some sort of motive behind branching out on your own. You're talking about, well, I want him to pay for this and pay for that, and pay me alimony, and why should someone have to pay alimony to take care of you? I feel like, my nigga, I'm already taking care of you. If we married, you good. I'm already taking care of you. To me, that just comes off like a female. She got the bag, and now she still wants to go out and mingle and fuck with whoever the hell she want to fuck with, and then spend her ex-husband's money to continue to take care of herself. Well, she's really not taking care of herself at all, because if you need someone else's money or alimony, then you're not taking care of yourself. He's taking care of you. In that case, you'd be better off staying married. It's like, what the fuck? Because to me, and this is just common sense thinking, it's like, okay, I'm worth $300 million. A chick that I married, and 10, maybe less than that later, she goes and files for a divorce. And I'm looking like, but she's running off this list of what she wants and this, that, and the fifth. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, man, lie to you. Me personally, I'll be hitting up lawyers. I'll be like, look, I need to get my money in offshore accounts. I need to put my property, my assets into a trust to where motherfuckers can't get it at all. Like, okay, you want to go to court? All right, cool. Let's go to court. The courts wouldn't even be able to get into it, because the courts would be like, well, shit, he got it in a trust. We can't touch that. We can't touch that. We can't go into it. We can't pull none of the assets. He got all the assets, all of the assets and funding. He has all of that into the trust account. I'd be like, my nigga. I'd be like, my nigga, you burnt. I'm like, I'll give you exactly what you came with. It's like, and the sad part, you got a lot of females that you got a lot of females out there who um who feel like they're doing something, like they really getting their ass out there and they're grinding for the bag. But I'm just like, my nigga, you're not grinding for the bag. you're manipulating someone else into thinking you love them, you care about them, that you're getting married to create this bond and work through whatever issues that you got. You being married less than 10 years ain't shit. I mean, it's really not. 10 years? Yeah, 10 years is, that is a spell, but nah. Because you got most folks, they don't even stay in a relationship for that long before they just give up on the shit. But and anyway, prenups prenups to me is if you have any sort of career and you're building your empire, prenup should be the talk at the round table. Period. Put that on the table. She talking about, well, I want to be married and this, that, and the fifth. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I believe in prenups. I'm like, so if you're not down for the prenup, I'm not going to be the guy you're going to marry. You don't want to marry me because I'm flat out going to tell you before we even jump out there and, before we even jump out there, I need you to sign this prenup. Oh, you don't want to sign the prenup? Oh, okay. Have an and just leave her right there. It's like, come on, man. Because I found it quite amusing when Mary J, when she got divorced, her ex-husband was like, alimony. The number of females that were like, what the fuck? Hell no. He a grown ass man. He can take care of himself. Like, there's no different than a female divorcing her husband and saying, I want half, if not everything you got. I was like, why would you need alimony? You a grown ass woman. You should be able to stand on your own 2 feet. No different than a man. I mean, they love to talk about equality and everything. Equality, same thing. You got to be able to stand on your own 2 damn feet. If you can't stand on your own 2 damn feet without trying to reach into another person's pockets, then prenup should be slapped in your face consistently. Like, sign this prenup. Well, I got to sign the prenup for? Shit, nigga, I don't know what your motive is. I don't. It's like, why even put yourself in that position to have the rug snatched from up under you, and then you find yourself having to pay court fees and alimony, and you got to give up you have to give up one of your assets. You got to That's like having that's like having another mouth to feed. You know, that's like Nas. I feel bad for Nas because Khalees, Khalees is in a position where it just went down the toilet or whatever. But she kept going back to court asking for more money. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm just like, my nigga, whatever the hell you are doing with your money, you're not managing it. You're not. It's like, why are we even doing this? But yeah, you know, if you have a successful business, a career field that you're working in, and you're single, there's nothing wrong with a prenup because a prenup protects you, it protects your assets, and at least between you and your potential partner, you two can sit down and say, you know what? Well, if things don't go right, this is what I'm willing to give you. And I'm willing to give you X amount of dollars in the event that you're not, as an alimony. That's if he chooses to, or if she chooses to. But usually that type of thing only happens with men. It's rare that this type of thing happens with a woman. Mary was the first. I was shocked. I was like, alimony. And it just, when you hear about a male being paid alimony and getting half of what a woman has accumulated, it sounds strange. It's like, nigga, like, y'all, that's what y'all do? That's weird. That's strange. Like, hmm. But yeah, get on that. I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, how about you all? Natural marriage, that ain't got nothing to do with government parenting. Good point. Good point. You're absolutely right. But you know what, bro? Natural marriage seems like taboo now. You know, it's not, we have so much artificial shit that's around us that's being created, that something natural, that's rare. That's rare to actually have a natural marriage where two individuals, a man and a woman, actually create a bond and they stick to that bond. They work through their ups, their ups and downs. They sit down, they communicate, they they reconcile their differences, and then they continue to love. That to me correlates to a natural marriage. I totally agree, Dr. Z. Natural marriage, that ain't got nothing to do with government parenting. The government parenting, ah, I like that. Government parenting. Because it's like, if you don't know how to govern yourself, this is why you have the this is why we have government. Dr. Z, you starting something right here, sir. You're starting another topic right here. But government parenting. That's yeah, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to like that. Government parenting. Yes, you are welcome. You are most definitely welcome, God. I appreciate you on that. Um yeah, man, we have gotten so far away from the natural aspects of being in a marriage. Me personally, I thought about getting married, but my thing is, I want to create a bond between me and my partner that, honestly, we can have that bond and we don't have to put shit on paper, because usually my word is my bond. I'm going to be with my significant other. I'm going to build with her. I'm going to invest in a partner that understands me, that respects me just as much as I honor and I respect her. Because when you have two honorable individuals, when you have two individuals who honor themselves and they honor each other, that is a marriage. To me, that is a natural marriage that goes the distance. You have a lot of relationships that are just like, you throw it in the microwave, you hit the start button, it's just like zap, it's instant, and it's a happily ever after, the end. No, that's not how a marriage really really operates. That's not how our marriage works. you know Boy, I tell you, all that noise. But anyway, yeah, prenups. I I don't like them, but if I was, you know, if I was to ever get into a marriage, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I mean, shoot. I'm like, look, I'm good. I just don't want to have someone in my life that I can't build with. Now, if we come together and we build it together, then that's different. You know, if things doesn't work out and we are forced to taking her half, 9 times out of 10, she wouldn't even have to take it. I'll be like, look, that's you. If you need help, you let me know and I got you. Being fair. But in this day and age, natural marriage, as Dr. Z stated, natural marriage is it doesn't it exists, but it's rare. You know, uh, what is it? Dr. Z said, "Yeah, I want more of a friendship with a woman or women without having to deal with selfishness and artificial expectations." Woo! Yo, you said that right there, my friend. Yes, yes, you absolutely. Because I noticed when when you get involved with someone, especially in these times, if you get involved with someone, it's it seems to be more about the physical aspect. It seems to be more about a physical aspect or a sexual aspect more than, hey, can I be your friend? Can you be my friend? And most of all, can I actually like you for an extended period of time without saying, oh, I can't stand you? Or I don't even feel like sitting down having a conversation with you because I just feel like I can't have these conversations with you. It's just like, you know how it is. When you have a good friend that you can pick up the phone and you can talk to him or you can talk to her about any and everything, and there's no judgment, there's no attacks. You can agree to disagree, or you two just might happen to agree on whatever topic that you're speaking about. But it's a type of friend that tells you that's bullshit. That sounds good. I wouldn't fuck with that. I wouldn't even do that. Real friends are the ones that would tell you to watch your step. Like Anderson Pack, Anderson Pack and Rick Ross got an album, got a track out, and I love that. Y'all have to make sure y'all check that out. Anderson Pack and Rick Ross. That track spoke volumes to me, you know, in the sense of having friends. And I even, I would even tell my homeboys back at home, I was like, man, he was like, you don't have no female friends? And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. We hang out and do this and do that. I was like, you never asked her out on a date? He was like, nah. I was like, nigga, why? I was like, do you like her? He was like, yeah, she's cool. She tight. She a great, she this, she that, and da, 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 da. I'm just like, I was like, but you keep running and getting involved with toxic people. So I was just like, why not get involved? Putting it off, kept putting it off. And then it was like all of a sudden, he was like, he started talking to another chick. And then his homegirl got mad. He was like, why'd she get mad? I was like, because you're not asking her out. You keep dealing with these bogus, busted types of females instead of saying, you know what? I got a homegirl who's my best friend, who's always in my corner, who doesn't always agree with me, who's always telling me I'm doing some fucked up shit. Don't fool with that. Don't get yourself involved in this type of nonsense. She's always looking out for me. She's always there. She's never judgmental. She's always riding hard. And when I need her, she's there. I was like, fool, that's a friend. I was like, that's a friend. That is a female friend that you should be inviting out on a date with and you should be building with. I told him that I don't know how many times. After a while, it sunk in. And where are they now? Oh, the shoot. They all, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're in the process of moving now. They're supposed to be moving. I think they're supposed to be moving to Florida, if I'm not mistaken. But he's happy, you know. He's happy. She's happy. I was like, see how that worked? He was like, yeah, man. I should have been listening to you. I was like, hey, I understand. You don't listen. You don't listen to me. It was quite obvious you wasn't listening to her because she was throwing you all sort of indicators that she's into you. It's like y'all have a friendship. I feel friendships, as as brother Dr. Z stated, wants more of a friendship with a woman. When you can have a friendship with a woman, or ladies, this same thing applies for you all too. It's not just all about us. It's about you as well. If you have a strong, solid friendship with a guy or a woman, lean towards developing a closer relationship with them. Sit down and have that open dialogue with them. Say, you know what? What would you feel about us dating? And see where it goes from there. You know, see where it goes from there. But yeah, Dr. Z, I appreciate that was real. But again, in closing, I want to say prenups, prenups is the best way to go. I know there's some people out there they're not going to agree, and that's fine. That's absolutely okay. But prenups, if you don't have type of love with high expectations, then yeah, get you a prenup. If you're not going to marry your best friend who knows you like the back of their hand, and they know the fuck shit you're going to do, and they ah, that's your ace. That's your ace to take the game right there. Is when your significant other was your best friend, still is your best friend to this damn day, and you collectively can build together. At that point, you don't need a prenup because you both know y'all just like, we're gonna make this work either way. Through thick and thin, we have a bond. Honestly, you can create that bond without even shit. Honestly, without even getting a marriage license, which I think is bullshit, a marriage license or a certificate or whatever, you can create that bond with within yourselves. That's without the government parenting. Demona, Grand Rising sister. I'm late to the chat. It's disheartening that you have to have things on paper for it to be real. You know what? And my thing is, for it to be real, to whom? To whom? Because most Americans, if a man and a woman are are to say, well, we're married, and they put the ring on, you don't have to go to no damn courthouse because the bond has already been solidified between the man and the woman. They feel like, oh, you have to go to the courthouse. I don't need to go to no fucking courthouse. I don't need you all in my business. I don't need you all to have any sort of jurisdiction over me and mines whatsoever. I'm like, fuck you mean? Get out. Y'all have too much access to my life anyway. So Demona said, or at least that's how some seem to feel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, I agree. I agree. You have, to make it seem real. Okay, well, if you want to make it seem real, get get you a color printer, a desktop or a laptop computer, and create your own marriage license or marriage certificate. So if anyone says, "Well, y'all don't have it on paper," here it is. It's on paper, nigga. Shut up and leave us alone. All right, if that's my man and me, then that's what it is. 10 toes down. Yes, absolutely, sis. Absolutely, sister goddess. It is. That's what it is. But I am also learning that that's just a money grab. That's just a money grab for the government entities. So now they're looking at it and they're just like, oh, we got two people who've gotten married. They made that public notice, which of course you can always write a bond between two individuals. You can write that up and put that in the newspaper, and that will be public notice. You don't need to go to any damn courts. You don't need to go to any damn courts and deal with that shit. Not to get married and get a damn marriage certificate just so you can be on paper. Solidify that. Solidify that on your own, because the rest of the world, I mean, they look at your finger, they walk upon you and be like, "You married?" And this is not, you be like, "This is not for decoration. This is some real shit. Keep hanging around me." And the individual who put the ring on this finger is gonna bend that corner, and then they're gonna bend their foot off in your ass. But yeah, man, that's it. That's it. I've I appreciate everyone for you know coming in, listening to me. Please leave your comments below about prenups. I really would like to hear it. Most of all, smash up the likes, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I want to continue. I want to continue to share my thoughts with everyone, and respectively, I would love to hear your thoughts and your feelings on the whole prenup tip. So in the meantime, in between time, protect your energy. Please protect your energy. Don't allow anyone else to take away your joy and your happiness, because your joy and your happiness plays a major part in keeping your level of calmness, your level of self-control, your sanity. All right. So I will catch you all later. Enjoy your day. All right. Keep smiling. And remember, if no one else has said it today, I'm going to say it. I love you all, and I'll talk with you soon. Peace.